if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby. Wait a second. Look! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignored? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
Yeah, totally not creepy at all, Paimon. Follow somebody that we don't know.
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
So what's this do? Oh, okay. That's how that works. Oh, and that's how you get those, okay. So, I want to get this statue of 7, right? Ooh, new flower. If I didn't replace Dendro Traveler with Electro, then I'll probably be up there a bit easier. Go up here. Some more. Oh, I also had fucking Kazuha. Damn it, I'm an idiot. I gotta use Kazuha. Alright, Statue of the 7. Sweet. Only a part of it has been opened. I have to unlock the other ways one way or later. And those are cute little creatures. Where are those called? What I'm more... Let's check out Dendro. And that is it. We have Dendro Traveler. Fuck. I need Kazuha for this mission. Flowers.
Time to go.
What are these? Almost look like those. Zuntang Beach. I probably said that wrong, but whatever. I'll learn how to say it properly another day. A waterfall. Is that where this person is going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished.
Oh, that's where she went. A cave.
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something. But look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't... what should we do now? Do we try asking her for it looks like she's meditating or something. If we... Oh! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
Traveler?
Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
Ah.
What's
And
happening?
she passed out.
Traveler?
Isn't it like a trap, maybe? Why she passed out, or... I don't know. Don't know what made Traveler pass out, but apparently she liked... What voice? Can't run... Can't jump either. At least the view is nice. That's for sure. The view is beautiful. That's beautiful as fuck. Hold on. There we go. So now what's happening? That looks like the secret Sakura, even though it's not. I still have to follow that voice, wherever it's coming from. Yeah, this tree looks like the secret Sakura, but it's way different. Nor that it is, probably. But it has that feel to it, in my book, or case. Nor that I read Genshin manga, so I had no knowledge of Sumeru until now. Of what's going to be unleashed. I wish I hadn't read the manga, nor that I knew, or heard, seen, or read any of the manga. So, Sumeru is completely clueless in my books, along with this new character apparently knowing, one of the new characters knowing Amber as well, so that... Yeah, that's my fault on my case. So much so. Call me an idiot about it. Oh. We can continue. Oh, there we go.
The Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Jaime was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest.
Oh, Sumeru.
Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations.
Right? No.
My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no thanks are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
Okie dokie.
Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Is he the Gendro Archon, or who is?
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. And him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly. So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense? Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious?
Definitely did.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Huh.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay? Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Okie dokie.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right! Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here! What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
Of course, no one's sure.
Well,
Oh yeah,
considering how
Conrail.
unique you
I
are,
remember that.
Paimon trusts your judgment here. If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations.
Even though we just said there weren't.
But
Goodbye, Mon.
it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
Right. I guess.
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Okay, that scared me. Not only that, I am curious about this Dendro outfit, and I shall...
Just what will we come across this?
Elazar is a truly
I didn't even... Yes, let's collect that one, I think. I don't know.
Yesterday, a total of 5 tusks.
Oh, I didn't mean to trigger it just yet. I wanted to take a look at what to grab that
All right,
Dendro
next
steel.
let's see. Right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly... Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but...
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the statue.
Okie dokie.
Hi,
That
Mom.
sounds
Traveler,
also fun,
this
but
way.
also no.
You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Aha! There's one of them. Yes. Sweet.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps.
And a waypoint. This one's out.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good.
There's another one. I will collect that one later. Oh, what are these? Oh, hey, Zoom. God damn it. No.
The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana.
Uh-huh. Then what?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too sure?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Oh yeah, okay, so
Wait,
this one does
Amber?
know Amber.
You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even
I
say
gotta
that
read
she
these
helped me
comics
become a
to
new
get up
person.
to speed.
There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You really like Amber.
Sorry. I was...
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do
I
you
don't
know
think
that
that's
we've
how
met
that
Amber?
works. Paimon.
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust, really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
Books as well.
That's
so there's
alright.
definitely new
You've
books
already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro Archon? So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Sounds like a plan. Not about to. Seems like there's gonna be a new recipe too. That I'm kinda curious about. There we go.
Time to go.
Oh no, that's the one I already did, okay.
One with nature.
Up we go. Don't I have to clean it with a Regel or Sendel of Onoculus?
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity... Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? The name does seem to... Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon...
Nice.
Nice work. That's one clean statue.
Since it's only at 1, how much would it take to be level 2? 20. Ooh. That is a lot. I'm probably not going to handle Sumeru that well. Especially with dealing with Dendronoculuses. I can't even handle the others, nor the unfinished.
Kale, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take
I
a
didn't
little
really
break.
climb at all, I
brought
just
some
used
fruit and
copy
water
off.
for us.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them.
Pita pockets, eh?
Whoops! Ah, no! You dropped it on the ground! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Wouldn't this dish also be like her specialty? Just by this quote here. I'll find out when I get I get the character eventually.
Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moment.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. I know, right? They've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, to take up a position at the Academia. But he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon
Oh, maybe that's his
speaking of
signature
Tighnari,
dish.
he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why? Is she going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
And I wonder why.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kali started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some primordial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look,
Yeah, I'm very curious about that character. I better read those mangas. Sooner the better.
I'm dead on my feet. I think I'll stay here a while.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back! Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Paimon, that's all your fault. I could try going to the city, but I'm kind of also... yeah, I'm gonna have a fun time unlocking these, especially on some of the placements. Probably this one up here, probably here. And since these are unknown until I grab one of the Statue of the Sevens, I'm probably gonna have fun there as well. Oh boy. Alright. Well, let's finish the Archon quest and then we'll do... We'll just go here.
The rainforest is the best place to live.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
I'll be a minute.
Uh, uh,
Alright, I'm back. Thank you for patiently waiting.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
I'm not sure if those are ways to collect those seals, but... Actually, hold on. I should probably have like 5 to maybe 6 of those. I've been doing those constantly.
Alright, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar.
Damn.
Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two.
Yeah, we'd like to do some.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
I actually do see a problem because I'm an idiot and I don't like doing these things.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Interesting.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me.
Fuck, I missed it.
The
Whatever
large
that
petals
was.
are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Scatter!
Oh, okay. So that's what that does. Or what it means. What are you, Drop? Oh, you're in the fungi s'mores. Interesting. Oh, that's the bloom? Hydro and Dendro. Ooh, bouncy shrooms. Nice. It can also be effective with Electro and Pyro. Interesting. I actually like Dendro has actually become more interesting. And I missed that attack.
The wind knows me.
The battle theme of Sumeru is actually pretty nice.
Propagate!
But what if it's affected by that?
Wind Strider.
Nope. Nothing really affected by any of that. Before doing this quest, can I get the Can I
One
get
with
the
nature.
little waypoint? I would be very thankful. Oh, there's iron chunk. White iron chunk. There's a quest here as well. But first, waypoint. Ooh, that looks new.
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Scatter!
Nope, that didn't seem to work.
Time to go.
Another waypoint. And a viewpoint. Okie dokie.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
So grab 4 of only 4 of whatever this new sample of a plant. Are these it? I guess this is it. I'm also assuming this could be for that new character as well, like for Ascension, but that's just me.
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Actually, speaking of which, I can just go here. Test run, you. Nope. But you are. That's for sure. And so are you. So the guy making the medicine for her, I'm not gonna question. Alright.
Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name! They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? Let's go find out what's going on.
Agreed. Cool. I thought that was actually a cutscene. Not me having to walk all the way there myself.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
More or less, I'll walk back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Kainari, why don't you let her...
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the wither. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the...
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the...
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it...
Cool.
Time to go.
There's another waypoint. Technically two. If I avoid this, might as well get over with. Pretty. Now. Ooh, and the burst is almost ready too. I'm actually quite curious of what this is. Speaking of which... Okay.
Into the wind. One with nature.
There we go. Actually, I could have just walked up here.
Time to go.
That. Alright, another waypoint unlocked. There's one over there too. There's one. No, yeah, I can do it. Let's do that. Do it before continuing the Archon quest. And yes, I have forgotten to stream countless times on the past Genshin events. Because I think the only one at the time was the one with Kamisaka Asuka. Or Elan and Zhao. When I streamed Genshin last. So I quite missed a lot of opportunities to stream. And that's on my problem. Nobody else's but mine. Oh well. But I will try. What are you? Well, either way, you're defeated. What is that creature anyway? Oh, just fungus. Should be about here.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the Withering. All right, Traveler. We're going to have to enter that Withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the Withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you, but I must warn you. Don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing after. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go.
Saying the passive ends of Genshin, I don't think that would be a problem.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering zone.
Time to go. The wind knows me. One with nature.
Oh, I need a bow user. Damn it. Wait, I do have one. I'm the Iona. So do I need to do it like this? Right? Right? No? Oh, that looks very, that is deadlier than expected. Is what they're talking about? Ow! Fuck, I didn't actually think they would be that powerful. They almost killed Iona. I know I have other bow users, but Jesus Christ, that is powerful. Does that help to stop it?
Into the wind.
Oh, I'm an idiot. They moved in burst. I must have, because I was so close earlier. That's why I took most of the shots.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we need to take care of the tumor.
Well, I didn't learn my lesson. That's what I get.
Propagate! Shadows of fate!
The wind knows me.
Scatter!
One with nature.
Now, destroy the tumors of the Withering.
Oh. I gotta do that. There we go. Okay. That was scary for me.
We did it!
Yes.
Definitely
thanks
new.
to you two. We were...
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but...
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appeared. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself.
Interesting. Very.
For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back.
Interesting. And I'm more curious already. I'm already curious more about Sumeru. And briefly made it to on top of here. What is this? Dendro, eh?
Propagate!
The wind knows me. Into the wind. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Neat.
Time to go.
I know it's up, but what is this down here? Oh. Okay. That'd be something more important, but never mind.
I follow the wind. One with nature.
Thank God for Kazuha.
Time to go.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon's...
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as... I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler... So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how...
Back when we were clearing the withering zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the dendro element. I knew then that she would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you, because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat.
What do you mean?
My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have. No, I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Okie dokie. Back to that same cave I passed out in. This is one question I do have about Genshin. If Traveler is going around in Trivat, even when you don't have her in the party, what's happening to all the characters that we own and have? Like I'm saying, where are they?
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Like, I'm trying to say is, are they like clones? To match the characters of their attitudes perfectly? Why they're like, sort of like two beings in one? Why we have like, even at events like these, like you have like, so let's say you got Tanari, or I think I said his name wrong, but him, oh, wrong, him, if you get him, and you're playing with him currently, and you're doing this Archon quest now, is he like, is characters we own are clones of the exact, of our characters, attitudes and everything? That's what I'm more or less curious about. Or maybe they're just not illusions, but holographics, you can say. Well, actually, no. I don't think that's correct, but I don't know. I'll leave it to. I'll leave it to somebody else to figure it out, because I can't do it.
Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Huh? What? Okay, that just happened. I would like to know what happened. Even I was watching the screen the whole time, but I'm confused.
There you are. Hypatia.
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy?
Isn't that withery effect? No, it changed.
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh.
Or how about we take care of the person that's sort of passed out here? Can't talk to her. Haven't seen to interact with anything back here.
Time to go.
I don't like this, but now well, the scene is beautiful. Quite beautiful. I should probably heal up Diona.
Wow. This place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind. Yeah.
Into the wind.
Bouncy shrooms.
Follow the wind.
Now you hear that, but there we go. Hanging on a wall. Did the trick.
Time to go.
Let's down this direction, Tay. Well, we'll continue that way later. But there's boss.
One with nature.
Propagate!
Into the wind.
Scatter!
Wind strike.
Shadows of fate! Scatter!
One with nature.
Don't want to touch that just yet, because there's different areas that I want to explore before touching that. I saw different areas. Does this act like some sort of kind of bridge? Let's continue. That's probably an exit, but I want to see if there's anything else. Okay, dead end. Well, how about further upwards, though?
Follow the wind.
Okay, that was an exit. I didn't want this. Inazuma?
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
This is one of the domains, and this reminds me of the thing that just happened. Wait a minute. This looks like Kazua's. The thing at the Golden Apple, I can't remember the name right. But that's what it just looked like. And now it's back. What the fuck? Fuck.
Time to go.
There we go. Okay, I collected one. I guess I have to find the others to continue.
Follow the wind.
Okay, so that would be the exit, so I have to keep looking for these then. Alright then, I shall
Time to go.
follow you, story marker. Alright, the area I just been to. Did I just make a whole circle, or is this a completely different area? No, different area. Ow. Activate. Now we open a door and a. Okay.
Time to go.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey!
Oh, another
what's
part
the
of
matter?
this quest.
You don't look so good.
I think this is one of the challenges. Wait a minute. Oh, it's a painting. But wasn't it just real? That's kinda neat. I like that touch. Ascend to Kaziwaville. I'm kidding. Or I'm not sure. Too much of an idiot to understand Genshin. Ah, Biz Pearls.
Well, looks like we meet again, traveler.
Yes, welcome. Nice to see you. I seen you got saved by Lamine's brother. What's up, fucker?
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
What does it concern me?
The abyss.
What does concern me is what you do to Lamine's brother.
Fate is upon you. Germinate!
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Let me scribe.
Pew pew!
Ha! Ha!
Wind strike.
This was not foretold. Shadows scatter!
Into the wind.
I'm a rock!
Propagate!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Pew pew!
The end.
Into the wind.
That it? Okay.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your brother. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last.
And we are not dead, Abyss Herald, so you can suck it. Or maybe we're just passed out again. Did Traveler survive? We'll see about this when this loading screen is up. It sounds like we are.
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick, let's... Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that makes sense. Anyways, we can talk about this later. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
Oh, Tainari.
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this, Annie?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and...
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living here?
So, you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream?
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon.
Huh, neat.
I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tighnari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul. Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped off... Alright, we're out, Traveler. Today's menu...
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tighnari came to visit.
Cool. Make some food, come back. Of course, I don't have a pyro character on me. Let's just fix that up. Okie dokie.
Let's use the empty box that Tighnari gave us since we already washed it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the...
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
Also, the Electro Archon can probably agree with you on that.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tighnari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Earth?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the Earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes
Yep,
sense.
that's me.
But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of spirit-born ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's real.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from
Whoa! You're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
As a member of the Ritawas Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage.
Yikes.
Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa! So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, the fact that the people of Sumeru do... I was born into a family of scholars. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, it was incredible. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have... World... If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come. There's no need to be thankful.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright...
Alright, before I continue, I'm probably gonna take a break. Just because of something has come up.
Adventure time!
So, I'm probably gonna reach to Grindelville. I said that wrong, again. Sorry. And do what I need to do. And once I'm done, we can continue the stream. Sometimes I don't like my business being poked at when in the middle of business.
we go!
So I shall return when I'm done.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! But wait, before that...
Okay, I think I'm done it for now, so I am
right.
back.
Tighnari,
So
we have something
I want to finish
important
this
to say to
Archon
Kale
quest
before we leave.
as
Yes,
soon
she's
as
doing much better.
possible.
After being confined to her
And
bed all this
then-
time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing.
And then
She knew you two would be
probably
leaving
check
soon,
on a
so she
few
must have
things
wanted
before.
to see you off.
Thanks,
No,
Tighnari.
yeah, more here's the
Farewell.
plan. After I'm
And good
done
luck.
this Archon quest, I'm probably gonna end the stream. Just because I'm not sure if I'm done or not. The business I had to take care of. So I'm gonna try to end this as much, do this as fast as possible, and then continue when I am finished. Like, I'm meaning, if there's any like Archon quests available to do. So more or less like right here. But at the moment, yeah.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend. Not some... But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember?
Yay! Thanks, Kale.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again.
Okay, for a minute that would have been the end, and that would have been cool. And whoops, didn't mean to catch a tree or piece of the rock. Fuck. There we go. Much better. Ooh. You're okay. Yeah, that's my cat in the back. That's my cat, Shadow. My little bundle of cat joy. Wasting time and energy. Even though I could have saved more of it by teleporting, but why not get all the way there myself? Walking all the way there, even though you technically have to do it the first time just to continue the process over and over of teleporting there. But by the way, we made it. We're at Sumeru City. Not the requirement yet, but I can say we're at the entrance and a lot of NPCs to talk to and see if we can find more recipes later. Speaking of which, I'm actually gonna learn that recipe now. Then I don't have to do it later. Hoorah. I'll just do it when I'm cooking.
Adventure time!
Which will be soon. Hell, I even got so distracted I didn't even bother to do the storytime quests and stream those as well. Well, then again, you could have just watched somebody else's stuff.
Did you see that? When those
But
people
oh well.
entered...
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Yes.
Oh,
it
yeah,
is.
that's right. But
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha.
But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you too have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
Is it like a melee go on?
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate
It
on
looks
what we
like
want
it
to...
tracks people and their names.
And with
Huh.
that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we... 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some
What's
scorched
that over
ruins.
there?
The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling.
Damn it, didn't mean to do that.
Concentrate on asking how to meet her.
Oh well.
Come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like...
Didn't mean
Paimon's
to do that
brain
at
is
one bit.
exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? You too? Uh-oh. I'm unscared.
Ah.
Could it be... He's from Sumeru. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head
Before
over
I
and have a look.
visit there, I
Hopefully he's
am
at
gonna
home.
select this city's waypoint. Thank you very much. There's a restaurant here. Talk to you. I can enter this tavern, apparently. Interesting tavern. Doo doo doo. Oh, the Gendro thing is a little tree. That's cute. Sweet. Are you a person that works here? Oh no, never mind. You're a researcher. Here you are. And that's 3 recipes that are new. Just because I'm curious. Oh, we even have spice as a new ingredient. And beans. It's like 50 of them, just because I'm not sure. More dishes to cook. Anything new here? No. Upstairs.
Adventure time!
Nope. Doesn't look like anything else. This is new.
Adventure time!
And is there another Catherine? She's not even here yet. That is suspicious.
Off we go!
Let's see what you need made, boy. Doesn't look like doesn't look anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary. How about you? Do you have any recipes, my good sir, before I continue this Archon quest? You don't, but you do have fruit. Alright then.
Adventure time!
Do you take the seals?
I don't get it.
Or where's the person that does take the seals? Is this building? Nope, can't enter the building. You? No? Have to go around? Do you have any good recipes? No? Okay. Around here somewhere?
Adventure time!
I don't know. Areas yet. Because I must do the Archon quest. That's probably why.
Adventure time!
I only have access to more or less what's out in the open and the restaurant. And shops that are out there. I ain't gonna say. I actually like this. Sumeru's gotta be one of my favorite cities. Besides Leeway. Hold on.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me.
Great, you see...
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month was...
Here, this is a letter...
Oh, let me see. Oh, ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me?
Yep.
Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information?
Hold on.
Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Surasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be...
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk... Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine!
Yep. She's here, alright. Fatui is getting... Those Fatui Harbingers are definitely getting martyred by the second.
Off we go! Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
She's even wearing this, even though she's technically a robot or a puppet, wherever
We
it
want
is.
to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Damn, that sucks.
Another dead end.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but...
Corps of 30?
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Racer we go!
Great, more traveling, and that's actually up above here. That is actually not so bad. I thought it was going to be further downward of the city, but I don't have to worry. Oh, this is also where the reputation is. Okay, that's good too. Be nice to know what gadgets and mysteries you have when I'm done here.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
Yes. Yes, kind sir.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to...
I see. So, Catherine's the one. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I...
Wait, serious?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you.
Damn.
We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, it isn't just us, though. If you ask me...
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugudevada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugudevada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her, as far as the people of Sumeru are.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
There's a lot of people, apparently, I asked.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire—
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Nice.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
Can you tell us the legend?
Sure.
Please?
It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way. It seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now. Let's see if we can get rid of them.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Okay, Shadow. You're fine.
Did she have bandages wrapped?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
What do those guys have a problem with her for?
That's...
Adventure time!
Oh, goody.
There you are, Dunyarzad! We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out.
Probably will,
Stay
but
behind.
oh well, we'll see. Mostly, I like the fact that the NPCs that you talk to teleport there immediately after you finish talking to them. Pretty cool, in my book. Wonder when I have that kind of superpower for my characters or traveler. And you may be thinking the waypoints is the answer. I say you are right. But I also like to think how in the Pacific place though. Like the NPCs travel to. Like, meet me at the Great Sakura. And then bam, they're there.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Ah, you must be one of the new characters.
My lady,
Yep,
who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying them.
And if I refused?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go.
Stay out of this. You don't. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principle. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be... Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father. and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But they're because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now?
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
You're okay.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't...
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now.
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now?
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon has personal... Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord...
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh?
Interesting.
Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, And that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dinnerzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But, can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day. But recently, I made a friend there who also I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's...
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her...
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Neat.
Your theory is just putting the cart before the horse.
What would be more interesting is how would I be able to find out the unknowns on these domains that I'm gonna have to search for if I get new characters. So that's gonna be fun. And since I don't also, what also is making me having a tough choice here of who should I wish for? Should I focus on the new character or get the Geo Archon? Which, in my opinion, I kinda want Zhongli because of his shield. But he's cool too, because the way people are presenting him through his trial and all that, make him seem like a good character to spin. Alright, I'll try. One wish, let's do this. I only have enough for one wish. No luck. Oh well. Sucks to be me. Zhongli, you will be home. And I do want you home, too. So one day, I will catch you. And earn you.
Sorry I'm late, Milu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh. And who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land? That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zerus festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zerus festival anymore. Thank the Dendra Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, the stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Milu, what are you
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zerus, the most important performance at the Sub-Zerus festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and...
Okay. Then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zerus festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing. So the god, as she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored. Of course they did. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. Though we're just tiny people compared to...
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered parisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all.
Yeah.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that... So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Of course Paimon wants to watch!
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zerus festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves...
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Whoa! Did you know that the Sub-Zerus festival is about to
Alright. Looks like my mission is just to talk to people. I'm gonna keep them muted so you guys can hear the conversation.
Dancing at the as a child, I even my grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity, and on the Sub-Zerus festival has been losing its appeal.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar. Oh, and the perfume sold around here. I mean...
Things are really Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best.
Before I actually finish up this quest, I am actually going to make a marker of where would this lead, like, you know, to return. Okay, so more or less a 3 failed path, which I will gonna leave a marker. We'll do a little that. Because I'm an idiot, so I probably won't remember this place, even though it's probably important. And before I finish off the journey, is there anything else I should probably explore? Up here, maybe? No? Okay. Okay, so that's who I need to talk to. Anything else? No? Okay. I actually thought there was going to be good items, but nope. Let's finish out the quest.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought
I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the god...
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra...
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about her brother.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
I'm actually going to agree with Catherine at this quote here.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan! Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia!
Welcome! Get your spices here at all times.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord. Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfon for—
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft,
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry.
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourself.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Ozfon! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Subzerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that. Good. Then we'll see you both at the Subzerus Festival.
Sweet. Not so sweet. For fuck's sakes, I have to go all the way down there? Fuck. Well, do I have any waypoints in that direction? Well, the closest one would be that, and then it leads me to here. I'm gonna have lots of fun just trying to complete this Archon quest. Oh yeah, by the next time I stream, I'll probably already have that Dendro character on my side. This one. I'll probably have her because of the free event that Genshin is doing. So I'll probably have her next time I stream, and maybe a few characters, if I'm lucky. Like, I'm meaning, well, I could have, like, a few consolation on some characters, but at least more characters. At least I want to try to get the Gender Archon more than anything. God damn it. And it looks like I'm gonna have to pull up the other team. It's gonna probably help me travel. Or I'll just do this team. I don't have, to be honest, when it comes to Jensen, I don't have the brain power to say what's good on a character or what build should I put on this character. Like, I would have to get one of my other friends, who's a fan of Genshin, by the way, and they're gonna try to get these. Jesus Christ! That's definitely new.
Nice and spicy. Oh, protect us.
Okay. Yes, I got scared and shut up as well. So just for a brief moment. It won't happen again, I swear. Well, actually, no, it may happen again. Especially food-wise. But, the main point is, what I was talking about, like, I am not the smartest person when it comes to Genshin. Never. I would probably say I'm one of the stupidest people playing Genshin. Like, yes, I have knowledge on assigning characters, weapons, all that. But, I'm saying is making the characters. Like some of those builds that have characters over, like have 90, and have their weapons that can deal over 1,000,000 damage. Or at least 20k or higher than that.
Oh, it's revealed.
That's what I'm talking about. Even with artifacts. Not very good on spinning, that's for sure. Hell. Before getting knowledge on Kazuha,
Who says there aren't
what,
benefits to a life of wandering?
like getting information about Kazuha, when getting him, I was just focusing on leveling him up so he can stand hits and be one of my main characters to play as.
Time to go.
But all I did was not only enabled him to do not only I decided to make him do a thing. Well, he's not focused on elemental mastery. He's more or less like an all-around type, you know? Because see, people recommend the Blade of this because of his elemental mastery skill, and because his whole ability of his skill when attacking and a burst is focused also on elemental mastery. So I decided to focus him on damage.
Follow the wind.
And yes, now that I have knowledge on doing that, I am changing Kazuha, but I'm keeping the blade on him. Not only because the attack is up, just so I don't lower the attack. Until it's, well, at least level 80. Then I'll change it, because then there won't be much of an attack difference. You may not care for it, but I'm that type of person. And I think that's going to be it for streaming. Have a nice day, everybody. Next time.